Trouble. Beterbiev caught him with the right hand, and now the head attack, left and right. Beterbiev!
Would you like to fight like Artur Beterbiev? Of course you would. Beterbiev currently holds a record of 20 wins with 20 knockouts. Now, some people believe power is quote unquote God-given, but the things Beterbiev does to secure a finish are definitely trainable. The first thing of note is he has an excellent jab, so I'd suggest investing a significant amount of time into practicing a jab. The jab is the most important fundamental punch in boxing, and as the old boxing idiom goes, a right hand will take you around the block, but a good jab will take you around the world. And that was certainly the case in Beterbiev's recent win over Callum Smith, with the Russian-Canadian fighter out-jabbing the taller and rangier Smith. If I asked you what does a man with a 100% knockout ratio do, you probably wouldn't come back with, he jabs really well and he doesn't throw every shot with power. That's kind of the irony of Beterbiev. He doesn't seem to be actively seeking knockouts. He just boxes, and the knockout is a byproduct of the things he does well. In this drill with two of my fighters, amateur mixed martial artist Wes Tully and Bellator PFL signed fighter Tim Wild, we are working on how to set up the KO against an opponent with good head movement, stealing a few things from Beterbiev. When you have an opponent that gets out of the way well, you can't commit to every shot, as you'll end up missing and falling off balance, as well as leaving yourself open to counters when you miss. To learn a lesson from Beterbiev, look at how he taps away at Smith, sometimes doubling or tripling up on the same side to then set up his power shot. He overwhelms and drowns people by being able to stay on top of them with volume, with what seems like tappy punches, but using this to set up the big shots, the ones that really hurt and put fighters away. In the first drill, I'm getting Tim and Wes to simply move their head, practicing getting out of the way and what it's like to miss. Obviously, as this is a drill, we want our guys to be able to practice properly, so we are throwing punches, but we're reducing the power. We're throwing punches with speed and pulling them at the last second. Again, this is training. So the goal is for Tim or Wes is to miss some shots, keep tapping, and then setting up shots where they can deliver them with more power by freezing the opponent in the spot or trapping their head as they move one way to set up a shot on the other side. The hard bit is getting your range from the distance without just walking in with essentially nothing shots and then getting caught with a counter. That's something that Wes struggled a little bit with, understanding that he couldn't just throw nothing punches to work his way in, that he had to kind of flick his jab out with a little something behind it in order to get his touches going. It's about getting into a rhythm, getting into a groove by just throwing the shots out, even if you hit a shoulder, hit a glove, or if you can catch the opponent on the side of the head as they're moving, so then kind of freeze them up with a measure or another tappy shot to set up a power punch on the opposing side. So again, the first part of the drill was just the movement aspect. So one fighter could actually practice his defense, getting out the way and moving correctly. And then the second drill was to actually use the frames, the measures, and the double tappy punches to set up power shots. You can use this exact same method on the bag. So I've got Wes here demonstrating with tappy punches, sometimes doubling up his straights on the right and left side, then getting rotation to set up his power shot on the opposite side. It's all about turning the torso, turning your hips, turning your shoulders, and that's what's going to set up your power shot on the opposite side. It is essentially left, right, but then sometimes using double shots on the right side. Again, if your opponent's moving their head successfully and making it difficult to land a big shot, you want to eventually move them into the power shot. There's an example with Beterbiev against Smith where he doubles up with the right side, Smith pulls his head down, Smith lowers his base, and then he only has one way to move, which is back towards his own right, which is going to put him into the left hook of Beterbiev, and the punch catches him around the side into the temple, and that's the shot that hurts him.
Don't look like anything, right? They're heavy blows.
So it's throwing shots and understanding that not every punch has to be a big shot, getting that good sense of feel with your sparring partner. Again, practicing that level of control by just tapping the bag and tapping your sparring partner gives you an understanding of feel, which is important when you set up your big shots. And it will literally feel the same in a fight. I know, I fought nearly 70 times professionally across boxing, kickboxing, and Muay Thai. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, let me know in the comments. The goal of these videos is for you guys to be able to implement this stuff in your own training. Let's take things that people do very well at the highest level, showing that the proof is in the pudding, and using it in your own game. As always, thank you for watching. Pro Striking out. I'll catch you later.
It's dangerous. See, them punches don't look like anything, right? They're heavy blows.
Even glancing blows from Beterbiev can do serious damage.